Did you know that every 39 seconds a cyber attack occurs? That's right, while you're sipping your cup of coffee, somewhere in the world, someone's personal or financial data is being stolen. In the vast interconnected world of the internet, cybercrime has become a shocking reality. Every day, countless individuals and organizations fall victim to cyber attacks. From ransomware to identity theft, cybercriminals are becoming more innovative and audacious. Consider this. The average cost of a data breach globally is close to $4 million. That's a staggering amount, isn't it? What's more, the frequency of cyber attacks is rising. In fact, the rate of cybercrime has increased by 15% over the last 2 years alone. And it's not just about financial loss. The ripple effects of cybercrime spread far and wide, impacting lives and destabilizing economies. From personal lives shattered by identity theft to businesses brought to their knees, the global impact of cybercrime is immense. Cybercrime isn't a distant threat, it's a present reality happening right here, right now. Let's dive into some real-life examples that illustrate the severity of this issue. Picture this. A hardworking woman named Sarah, who's just your everyday citizen, wakes up one day to find her bank account drained. After a frantic investigation, it turns out Sarah is a victim of identity theft. Her personal information was stolen and used to commit fraud. The financial loss was staggering, but the emotional toll? That was an entirely different story. Now, let's shift our focus to a hospital in the heart of a bustling city. One morning, the hospital's computer systems are taken over by a ransomware attack, rendering critical medical equipment and patient records inaccessible. Surgeries are delayed, treatments are postponed, and the entire community is plunged into chaos. The hospital is forced to pay a hefty ransom to regain control of their systems, but the damage to their reputation and the distress caused to patients and staff? Well, that's something money can't fix. Next, imagine a major corporation, let's call it Global Corp. One of their employees receives an innocent-looking email, clicks on a link, and before they know it, they've given cybercriminals access to the company's sensitive data. In an instant, years of research and development, confidential client information, and employee records are compromised. The financial blow is massive, but the breach of trust between the company, its clients, and employees, that's a wound that takes time to heal. These stories are not just some made-up scenarios, they're real, they're happening, and they're happening more often than we'd like to admit. It's easy to think of cybercrime as something that happens to other people, in other places. But as these stories show, it can happen to anyone, anywhere, at any time. These stories are not just cautionary tales. They're a stark reminder of the very real damage that cybercrime can inflict. In this digital age, cybersecurity isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's like a virtual knight in shining armor, safeguarding our digital kingdoms from the dragons of cybercrime. Every day, an increasing number of individuals and organizations are becoming more reliant on digital platforms. From personal emails to financial transactions, everything is digitized. This convenience, however, comes with a cost: the vulnerability of our data. And that's where cybersecurity flexes its muscles. It's the guardian angel that shields our personal data, financial information, and business assets from the prying eyes of cybercriminals. But it's not just about reactive measures. Cybersecurity is about being proactive, about anticipating threats before they strike. It's about building secure digital environments, about educating ourselves and our teams on safe online practices. So, in the grand chessboard of the digital world, let cybersecurity be your queen, protecting your king, your data. Remember, in the world of cybercrime, prevention is always better than cure. We can all play a part in combating cybercrime. Now that might sound like a line from a superhero movie, but it's a reality we're living in. The internet, this vast digital universe, is our city, and we all have a role to play in keeping it safe. Just as you wouldn't leave your front door wide open when you head to bed, you shouldn't neglect basic cybersecurity practices. Keeping your software updated is like locking that front door. It puts a barrier between you and potential intruders. And what about passwords? Well, they're like your home's alarm system. The stronger and more unique they are, the harder it is for cybercriminals to breach your defenses. Your behavior online is the equivalent of how you act in your neighborhood. Be cautious, be aware, and know that not everyone has good intentions. To stay ahead of cybercriminals, it's time to take cybersecurity seriously. Subscribe to our channel for more insights and tips on staying safe in the digital world.